English Daily, the podcast.
Your English journey starts now. Hey, English learners, welcome back to your podcast, the English Daily Podcast.
Yes, we're so incredibly happy to have you here with us today. Anna and I are really thrilled to see all of you tuning in.
Oh, Jack, I love how our community keeps growing every single week. It's absolutely wonderful.
Today is going to be such a valuable episode. I can't even wait to dive into everything we have planned for you today.
So today's topic is something that I think is going to be incredibly relevant for anyone working in or interested in the food and beverage industry. We're talking about predictive ordering and AI in F&B.
Predictive ordering and AI. Whoa, wow, Anna, that is such an important and cutting-edge topic. And honestly, it's changing the entire restaurant industry in ways that most people don't even realize yet.
Exactly. We're going to be exploring professional industry English that will help you talk about these technologies confidently, whether you're at a business meeting, networking at a conference, or reading industry publications.
So don't worry if this sounds technical at first. We'll break everything down in a way that's easy to understand. And by the end of this episode, you'll feel so much more comfortable with all these terms and phrases.
That's right. And we're going to share lots of personal stories, real examples from the industry, and even some little anecdotes that will help these concepts stick in your memory.
Plus, we've got an amazing vocabulary section coming up with tons of useful phrases and some reflection questions at the end to help you practice what you've learned.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's start learning together.
Let's do this, Anna. I'm ready to get started. Are you?
Absolutely, Jack. Let's jump right in.
So, Anna, before we get into all the technical details, I think we should start by really understanding what predictive ordering actually means. Could you explain it to our listeners in simple terms?
Of course, Jack. You know what? I actually experienced predictive ordering firsthand last month when I visited this amazing restaurant in downtown Seattle, and it completely changed my perspective on how restaurants operate.
Oh, really? That sounds fascinating. Tell me more about what happened. I'm curious to hear your experience.
So I was having dinner with some friends, and we noticed this tablet system in the kitchen that was displaying all these predictions and numbers. And the chef was explaining to us that the system had already predicted what ingredients they would need for the week based on historical data, weather forecasts, and even local events.
Wait, that's incredible. So the AI basically knows in advance what customers are going to want to order?
Exactly. That's the beauty of predictive ordering, Jack. It's all about using data and artificial intelligence to forecast future demand, which helps restaurants order the right amount of ingredients at the right time.
I see. So it's really about reducing waste and improving inventory management. That makes so much sense.
You got it. And the beauty of it is that these systems learn over time. They become more accurate the more data they collect. It's really quite remarkable.
How does it actually work, though? Like, what kind of data are these systems using to make predictions?
Great question. So they're looking at things like past sales data, seasonal trends, weather patterns, local events happening in the area, even social media trends can influence predictions.
Wow, that's so comprehensive. So it's not just about looking at what you sold before, it's about understanding the bigger picture of what might affect customer behavior.
Absolutely. And this is where AI really shines, because it can process enormous amounts of data that would be impossible for humans to analyze manually.
I remember reading about a case study where a restaurant chain reduced their food waste by 30% just by implementing predictive ordering systems. That's actually quite amazing when you think about it.
30%? That's huge, Jack. And it's not just about the environment, though that's certainly important. It's also about the financial benefits for restaurant owners.
Right, because food costs are one of the biggest expenses for any restaurant. So reducing waste directly impacts the bottom line.
And that's why this technology is becoming so popular in the industry. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved.
Do you think small restaurants can benefit from this too, or is it only for big chains?
That's actually something I was wondering about myself. From what I've researched, there are now more affordable options available for smaller establishments, though the scale of implementation might be different.
It makes sense that the technology would eventually become more accessible to everyone. That's usually how these things work.
Exactly. And as more companies develop solutions for smaller businesses, we'll probably see adoption rates increase across the board.
I'm really excited to explore this topic more with you today, Anna. There's so much to learn here.
There really is, Jack, and I think our listeners are going to find this incredibly useful, especially if they're working in the food industry or considering a career in it.
Absolutely. Understanding this vocabulary and these concepts is going to be so valuable for anyone wanting to sound professional in the F&B industry. Now that we understand the basics of predictive ordering, Anna, let's dive deeper into the AI technologies that are actually making this possible. What are the key technologies we should know about?
Oh, Jack, this is where things get really exciting. I was actually reading about this just last week, and I was amazed by how many different technologies are working together.
Really? Tell me more. I'm always fascinated by how AI is transforming industries.
So first, we have machine learning algorithms, which are basically computer programs that can learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed for every scenario.
Machine learning, right. That's the foundation of AI right there.
Then we have natural language processing, which allows computers to understand and respond to human language. This is what powers things like customer service chatbots.
Oh, I didn't realize NLP was so relevant in food service.
It absolutely is. Imagine a customer asking a chatbot about menu recommendations or nutritional information. That's all powered by natural language processing.
That's so cool. What other technologies are we looking at here?
Computer vision is another big one. This allows systems to identify and classify objects, like recognizing when produce is ripe or when kitchen equipment needs maintenance.
Computer vision in a restaurant kitchen? That's next level.
I know, right? And the technology keeps getting more sophisticated every day.
What about IoT? I've heard that term thrown around a lot. How does that fit into all this?
Great point, Jack. IoT stands for Internet of Things, and it refers to all these interconnected devices that can collect and share data over the internet.
So like smart fridges that can monitor their own contents?
Exactly, or temperature sensors that alert managers if refrigeration units are not working properly, or inventory tracking systems that automatically reorder supplies when they run low.
That's incredible. So everything is becoming connected and smart.
Precisely. And when all these technologies work together, you get these incredibly powerful predictive ordering systems.
I was talking to a restaurant owner last month, and he mentioned something called demand sensing technology. Do you know what that is?
Demand sensing. Oh, that's a fascinating concept. It's basically real-time data analysis that captures demand signals as they happen.
So it's like taking predictive ordering to the next level by looking at what's happening right now, not just historical patterns.
You got it. It can factor in things like current foot traffic, social media trends, or even competitors' promotions.
Wow, that's so dynamic and responsive.
It really is. And this is why AI is such a game changer for the food and beverage industry.
I'm absolutely fascinated by all this, Anna. What about robotics? I know some restaurants are using robots for food preparation.
Oh yes, that's another exciting area. Robotic kitchen assistants are becoming more common, especially for repetitive tasks like flipping burgers or making pizza.
I would love to see a robot flipping burgers. That sounds both funny and efficient.
It does, doesn't it? Though I think the human touch is still important for many aspects of food service.
True, true. Some things just need that human creativity and warmth.
Absolutely. AI and robotics are tools to enhance human work, not replace it entirely.
Do you think AI will eventually be able to create new recipes on its own?
That's a really interesting question, Jack. I've actually seen examples of AI-generated recipes, though I think we're still a long way from AI completely replacing human creativity in the kitchen.
Fair enough. There's definitely something special about human creativity in cooking.
There really is, though who knows what the future might bring.
Only time will tell. This is all so fascinating. Anna, we've been talking about all these technologies in theory, but I think our listeners would really benefit from hearing about real-world applications and success stories.
Oh, Jack, you read my mind. I actually prepared some examples of restaurants and food chains that have successfully implemented these technologies.
Perfect. I always find case studies so helpful for understanding concepts better.
Let me tell you about this popular pizza chain that implemented AI-powered inventory management, and they saw incredible results.
Tell me more. What happened?
Well, they integrated their point-of-sale systems with AI software that could predict ingredient needs based on things like weather forecasts, local events, and historical sales data.
And what were the results?
They reduced their food waste by an amazing 40% in just 6 months, and their food costs dropped by 15%.
40% waste reduction and 15% cost savings? That's absolutely remarkable.
Isn't it? And the system also helped them improve customer satisfaction because they rarely ran out of popular items anymore.
That makes total sense. Nothing worse than going to a restaurant and your favorite item being sold out.
Exactly my thought. Have you ever experienced that, Jack?
Oh yes, many times. There's this one burger place I love, and last summer they were constantly out of their signature mushroom burger. So frustrating.
Oh no, that must have been disappointing. With predictive ordering, they could have avoided those stockouts.
Absolutely. Now I really understand why this technology is so valuable.
Speaking of personal experiences, I have a friend who works as a manager at a popular coffee chain, and they recently implemented AI-powered demand forecasting.
Oh, tell me about that.
Well, her store now uses software that analyzes things like foot traffic patterns, time of day, day of week, and even school schedules to predict how many customers they'll have.
School schedules? That's so specific.
I know, right? But it makes sense because lots of families with kids come to that location.
And I bet that helps them schedule staff properly too.
Exactly. They can now optimize their labor costs by having the right number of baristas scheduled at the right times.
That's brilliant. It benefits both the business and the employees.
It really does. And employees are happier because they're not overworked during slow periods or overwhelmed during rushes.
What about fine dining restaurants? Do you think this technology applies to them too?
That's a great question, Jack. I actually looked into this specifically because I was curious too.
And?
And interestingly, some high-end restaurants are using AI for menu engineering and optimization, analyzing which dishes are most popular, which have the highest profit margins, and even testing different price points.
AI helping with menu design at fine dining restaurants? That's unexpected.
It is surprising in a way, but it makes sense. Even luxury establishments need to manage their resources effectively.
You're absolutely right. Business is business after all.
There's also this hotel chain I read about that uses AI to predict banquet and event catering needs, and they've managed to reduce their catering waste by 60%.
60%? That's absolutely incredible.
I know, and think about the environmental impact of reducing food waste on that scale.
The sustainability angle is really important too, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Every bit of food we save helps the environment, and AI is making that possible on a larger scale than ever before.
Curiously, what about food delivery services? How do they fit into this AI ecosystem?
Oh, that's another fascinating area. Delivery platforms use AI for route optimization, predicted delivery times, and even forecasting demand for different cuisines in different neighborhoods.
So, when you order food through an app, AI is working behind the scenes to make sure your order gets to you efficiently.
Precisely. It's pretty amazing when you think about all the technology working together to bring you your dinner.
It really is. I never realized how much AI was involved in something as simple as ordering takeout.
We often take all this technology for granted, don't we?
We definitely do. This has been such an eye-opening conversation, Anna. Anna, we've heard about all the amazing benefits, but I think it's important that we also discuss the challenges of implementing these AI technologies in food and beverage settings.
You're so right, Jack. It's important to have a balanced perspective on this topic.
Let's start with the benefits first, though. What do you think are the biggest advantages?
Okay, so the main benefits include reduced food waste, which is great for both the environment and the bottom line, improved inventory management, better labor optimization, enhanced customer satisfaction, and the ability to make data-driven decisions.
That's a comprehensive list. I especially think the data-driven decisions part is huge.
Me too. Instead of relying on gut feelings or guesswork, managers can now make decisions based on solid data and predictions.
What about cost savings, though? Implementing these systems must be expensive, right?
That's actually one of the biggest challenges, Jack. The initial investment can be quite significant for many small and medium-sized restaurants.
I can imagine. Not every restaurant can afford to implement cutting-edge AI technology.
Exactly. And there's also the challenge of training staff to use these new systems effectively.
True, technology is only as good as the people using it.
And let's not forget about integration challenges. Many restaurants already have existing systems in place, and integrating new AI solutions can be complex.
I never thought about that. So it's not just about buying the software, it's about making it work with everything else.
Absolutely. That's why proper planning and implementation strategies are so important.
Curious, what about data privacy concerns? I've heard a lot about that in relation to AI technologies.
Oh, that's such an important point, Jack. Restaurants collect a lot of customer data, and there are valid concerns about how this data is used and protected.
Definitely, no one wants their personal information compromised.
Right. So restaurants need to ensure they're following data protection regulations and being transparent about how they use customer information.
Speaking of challenges, what about the reliability of these AI systems? What happens if the AI makes a wrong prediction?
That's a really insightful question, Jack, and it's something that can definitely happen.
Like what? Can you give me an example?
Sure. Imagine the AI predicts high demand for salads because of a heat wave, but then an unexpected event like a local food festival causes people to want heavier comfort food instead.
Oh, that would definitely throw off the predictions.
Exactly. That's why human oversight is still so important. AI should assist human decision-making, not completely replace it.
I think that's a really important point. We shouldn't become too dependent on technology without understanding its limitations.
Absolutely. And there's also the challenge of getting buy-in from employees who might be resistant to change.
People can be understandably nervous about new technologies that might affect their jobs.
That's true, but I think proper communication and training can help address those concerns.
Curious, what about maintenance and technical support? These systems must require ongoing upkeep.
You're absolutely right. AI systems need regular updates and maintenance to perform optimally, and that requires ongoing investment.
So while the benefits are clear, the challenges are significant too.
Exactly. It's about finding the right balance and approach for each individual business.
Do you think the benefits outweigh the challenges, though, in the long run?
That's a tough question, Jack. I think for many businesses, especially larger ones, the answer is probably yes. But for smaller establishments, it might take more time and careful consideration.
That makes sense. Every business is unique and has different needs and resources.
Exactly. And I think the technology will continue to become more accessible and affordable over time.
Here's hoping. This has been such a comprehensive discussion, Anna. Anna, now that we've covered all these important concepts, I think it's time for us to dive into the vocabulary and phrases that our listeners need to master.
Absolutely, Jack. This is where our listeners can really start building their professional English skills.
Let's start with the most fundamental terms, shall we?
Sounds perfect. Let's begin with the core vocabulary.
So first, we have predictive ordering itself, which refers to using data analysis and AI to forecast inventory needs.
And then we have demand forecasting, which is the process of predicting future customer demand.
Right, and we should also cover inventory management, which is all about tracking and controlling stock.
Don't forget food waste reduction, which is one of the main benefits of these technologies.
We also have point of sale or POS systems, which record customer transactions.
And machine learning algorithms, which are the mathematical models that enable computers to learn from data.
What about terms for describing the technology itself? What should our listeners know?
Good point. They should be familiar with terms like AI-powered, which means powered by artificial intelligence, cloud-based, which refers to software that runs on remote servers, and real-time, which means happening instantly.
Those are really useful. What about terms for discussing the results and outcomes?
Oh, definitely. Terms like cost savings, efficiency gains, waste reduction percentage, and ROI, which stands for return on investment.
And we can't forget about sustainability and eco-friendly practices, which are so important in today's industry.
Absolutely. These concepts are becoming increasingly central to how the industry operates.
Curious, what about phrases for discussing challenges and limitations?
Good thinking. They should know phrases like implementation costs, integration challenges, staff training requirements, and data privacy concerns.
And for describing the benefits, we have phrases like streamlined operations, optimized labor scheduling, improved customer experience, and enhanced decision-making.
These phrases are all so practical and useful. I can already imagine our listeners using them confidently in professional settings.
And let's not forget about phrases for describing specific AI technologies like natural language processing, computer vision systems, and IoT sensors.
Plus, terms for discussing data, like historical sales data, seasonal trends, weather patterns, and demand signals.
This vocabulary list is incredibly comprehensive. Our listeners are going to be so well prepared.
I know, I'm so excited for them to practice using all these terms.
Curious, should we also cover some useful phrases for meetings and presentations?
Oh, yes, definitely. Phrases like, based on our analysis, the data suggests that, we project that, and our forecasts indicate that are all incredibly useful.
And for discussions, phrases like, I see your point, but have you considered, or that aligns with our findings, and let's take a closer look at the numbers.
Jack, I think we've put together an absolutely fantastic vocabulary resource here.
We really have. Our listeners are going to feel so much more confident after this episode. Anna, let's look toward the future now. What do you think are the emerging trends in AI and predictive ordering for the food and beverage industry?
Oh, Jack, I'm so glad you asked this. The future is looking incredibly exciting.
Tell me more. I love learning about emerging trends.
Well, one major trend is the move toward fully integrated restaurant ecosystems, where everything from ordering to inventory to customer relationship management is connected.
So everything works together seamlessly?
Exactly. Imagine a system where a customer places a mobile order, which automatically updates inventory, which triggers a supplier order, all in real time.
That's incredible. What other trends are we seeing?
Another trend is hyper-personalization, where AI uses individual customer data to provide personalized menu recommendations and offers.
So like when apps remember your preferences and suggest items you might like?
You got it. And this extends to nutritional recommendations based on dietary restrictions and health goals.
That's really impressive. What about sustainability? I know that's a big concern for many people.
Yes, AI is increasingly being used for sustainable sourcing, helping restaurants track their supply chain carbon footprint and make more environmentally responsible decisions.
I'm so glad to hear that. Technology can truly help us be more sustainable.
Absolutely. And speaking of career opportunities, Jack, I think there's so much potential here for our listeners.
Career opportunities? Tell me more about that.
Well, new roles are emerging, like food tech analysts, AI implementation specialists, and data scientists who specialize in the food industry.
Data scientists in the food industry? That's fascinating.
It really is. And even traditional roles like restaurant managers and chefs are increasingly needing to understand these technologies.
So, learning about AI and predictive ordering isn't just useful for tech professionals, it's valuable for anyone in the industry.
That's so true. And for our listeners who might be entrepreneurs, understanding these technologies could give them a significant competitive advantage.
What about education and training opportunities? How can people learn these skills?
There are so many options now: online courses, industry certifications, conferences, and even university programs focused on hospitality technology.
It's such a rapidly evolving field, isn't it?
It really is. That's why continuous learning is so important.
Do you think AI will eventually replace many jobs in the food industry?
Well, that's a question a lot of people are asking. I think AI will definitely change many roles, but I believe it will augment human work more than replace it entirely.
I hope so too. There's something special about human interaction in hospitality.
Exactly. And new technologies create new opportunities that we might not even be able to imagine yet.
That's so true. The future is full of possibilities.
It really is. And I think our listeners should feel excited, not threatened by these changes.
I completely agree. This is an exciting time to be in the industry or to be learning about it. Anna, now it's time for our vocabulary breakdown section. This is where we really dig into the key phrases and terms our listeners need to know.
I'm so ready for this, Jack. Let's make sure everyone feels confident using these terms in professional settings.
Let's start with our first key phrase, predictive ordering.
Predictive ordering refers to using data analysis and AI to forecast what inventory a business will need in the future.
For instance, a restaurant might use predictive ordering to determine how many pounds of chicken to order for next week.
You could also say demand-driven ordering or data-informed purchasing.
A common mistake is to confuse predictive ordering with simple inventory tracking, but they're quite different.
Right. Predictive ordering is much more sophisticated because it uses AI to make predictions.
Our second phrase is demand forecasting.
Demand forecasting is the process of predicting future customer demand using historical data and statistical models.
The hotel used demand forecasting to predict how many guests would want breakfast during the conference.
You could also use sales projection or demand prediction.
Next up is inventory management.
Inventory management involves tracking and controlling a business's stock of goods and materials.
Good inventory management ensures you never run out of popular items while minimizing waste.
In professional settings, you might hear inventory control or stock management.
Our fourth phrase is food waste reduction.
This refers to strategies and technologies that minimize the amount of food that is thrown away.
The restaurant achieved a 30% food waste reduction after implementing AI ordering.
This is increasingly important for both environmental and financial reasons.
Let's talk about point of sale system, or POS.
A POS system is the technology used to process customer transactions and record sales.
The new POS system integrates with their inventory management software.
You might also hear checkout system or sales terminal.
Next is machine learning algorithm.
This is a mathematical model that enables computers to learn from data and improve predictions over time.
The machine learning algorithm became more accurate after analyzing 2 years of sales data.
In everyday conversation, people might simply say the AI or the algorithm.
Our seventh phrase is AI-powered.
This term describes software or systems that utilize artificial intelligence technologies.
They installed an AI-powered inventory management system.
This phrase can be combined with many terms like AI-powered forecasting or AI-powered recommendations.
Next is cloud-based.
Cloud-based software runs on remote servers and can be accessed from anywhere with an internet connection.
The cloud-based system allows managers to check inventory from home.
This offers flexibility and easier updates compared to traditional software.
Let's discuss real-time data.
Real-time data refers to information that is processed and available immediately as events happen.
The dashboard shows real-time sales data from all locations.
Real-time data enables quick decision-making and responses.
Next is our 10th phrase, return on investment, or ROI.
ROI measures the financial benefit received from an investment relative to its cost.
The restaurant saw a positive ROI within 12 months of implementing the system.
In professional contexts, always pronounce the full term before using the abbreviation.
Let's discuss efficiency gains.
This refers to improvements in productivity and resource utilization.
They experienced significant efficiency gains after automating their ordering process.
You could also say operational improvements or productivity increases.
Next is cost savings.
This refers to reductions in expenses achieved through better processes or technologies.
The predictive system generated annual cost savings of $50,000.
This is one of the most compelling arguments for AI adoption.
Next is staff scheduling optimization.
This is the process of creating work schedules that match employee availability with business needs.
Staff scheduling optimization reduced overtime costs by 20%.
This helps businesses save money while ensuring adequate coverage.
Next is data-driven decisions.
This refers to making choices based on data analysis rather than intuition alone.
The manager made data-driven decisions about menu changes.
This approach leads to more accurate and reliable outcomes.
Next is supply chain visibility.
This refers to the ability to track products and materials as they move through the supply chain.
Better supply chain visibility helped reduce delivery delays.
It enables proactive problem solving and better coordination.
Anna, I think we've covered so many essential phrases today.
We really have, Jack. Our listeners should feel so well prepared now.
Anna, let's move on to our reflection questions. These will help our listeners think more deeply about what they've learned today.
These questions are designed to help you practice and apply the concepts we've discussed today.
First question, how do you think predictive ordering could benefit a restaurant or food business you know personally?
Think about a local restaurant you frequent or have worked at. How might these technologies help them?
Second question, what challenges do you think small restaurant owners might face when trying to implement AI technologies?
Consider factors like cost, training, and access to technology.
Third question, can you think of an example when you experienced either efficient or inefficient inventory management at a food business?
Maybe a time when your favorite item was out of stock, or when service was particularly smooth.
Fourth question, how might AI-powered demand forecasting affect your own behavior as a consumer?
Would you appreciate personalized recommendations, or might you find them intrusive?
Fifth question, what role do you think human judgment should play alongside AI systems in restaurant management?
Where do you think AI excels, and where might human intuition still be valuable?
Sixth question, how important is environmental sustainability to you when choosing where to eat or shop for food?
Would you support restaurants that actively work to reduce food waste?
Seventh question, if you were pursuing a career in the food industry, would you want to work with AI technologies? Why or why not?
Consider what aspects interest you and what concerns you might have.
Eighth and final question, what other industries do you think could benefit from predictive ordering systems similar to those used in food and beverage?
Think about retail, healthcare, manufacturing, or other sectors.
Ninth question, how do you think AI in restaurants might evolve over the next 5 to 10 years?
What predictions can you make based on what we've discussed today?
10th and final question, what is one new vocabulary term or phrase from today's episode that you want to practice using this week?
Choose one phrase and try to use it in conversation or writing.
These questions are wonderful for self-reflection and discussion with others.
Take your time with them. There's no rush to answer everything at once.
Anna, I can't believe we've come to the end of another episode already.
I know, Jack. Time really does fly when we're having such engaging conversations.
Today we covered so much important ground, from understanding predictive ordering to exploring AI technologies and their real-world applications.
We discussed the benefits and challenges, learned essential vocabulary, and even looked toward future trends.
I'm really proud of how comprehensive this episode has been.
I hope our listeners feel empowered to use this knowledge in their professional lives.
Remember, practice is key. Try using these new phrases in your own conversations.
You could also share what you learned with colleagues or friends who might be interested in this topic.
And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you never miss an episode.
We truly appreciate each and every one of you who takes the time to learn with us.
Your support means the world to us, and we're so grateful for this amazing community.
We have so many more exciting topics planned for future episodes.
Is there anything specific you'd like us to cover? We always love hearing your suggestions.
Feel free to reach out and let us know what topics would be helpful for your English learning journey.
Before we go, I want to thank each and every one of you for spending this time with us.
Learning a language takes dedication, and we're honored to be part of your journey.
Keep practicing, stay curious, and most importantly, have fun with it.
You've all done an amazing job today, and I'm genuinely impressed by your commitment to learning.
Until next time, keep shining and keep growing.
Take care, English learners. See you in the next episode.
Bye for now, everyone.
Goodbye and happy learning. Your learning journey doesn't stop here. Keep improving your English. Click the next video or explore more episodes we've picked just for you. See you in the next lesson.